Hello, listeners. Today, I will be sharing with you a short recollection of the Ewe creation story. In the last video, I shared the creation myth of the Akan people of Ghana. So, today's story will focus on the origin views of a different group within the same country. Although the idea of a masculine gender was ascribed as a result of the Western religious norms, the female form of the name Mawu is often used to refer to the Ewe principal deity. So for this video, I'll be referring to Mawu or God as she. At the start of all things, Mawu created all things in the world. Before Mawu created all things, the earth was filled with darkness. As she went around creating the universe, she rode on the back of a great rainbow serpent who was so big he could encircle the entire sky. Every morning, wherever Mawu and the serpent had slept, mountains stood. In whatever place the great serpent had lain coiled, the mountains rose and towered. Mawu created the land, waters, animals, and trees, but nothing was ordered as we know it today. The serpent was instructed to order things on the earth. It separated the lands and the waters, placed animals in their habitats, and set the plants in their place. It even separated the physical world from the spiritual. After ordering the world, the serpent wrapped itself around the earth to keep everything in its place, as it had become too heavy and would surely topple over. To keep himself from slipping, he holds the tip of his tail in his mouth. Once in a while, he gets tired and uncomfortable and shifts a little to eat himself. And then there's an earthquake in the world. After creating the earth, Mawu created human beings from clay and water. Mawu created the soul to give man life and to act as a guardian spirit. The soul was commanded to return to Mawu after death to receive either a reward or punishment, depending on the life that someone has led. After some time, Mawu could no longer create any more human beings because of the scarcity of clay. She therefore used dead bodies to create new ones. She made them in such a way that children would now resemble their parents when they were born. The Ewes believe that Mawu moved up into the sky because of man's disturbances. After this departure, Lisa was sent with a sword to clear the forest and to make new tools. Mawu used those tools to divide the world amongst the lesser heavenly beings, who were sometimes also referred to as her sons. One was to control the sky, thunder, and lightning. Another was to control all creatures. Mawu sent Lisa to Earth because from her high place, she saw that nothing went well on Earth, and that men showed no interest or intelligence in putting to use the things on Earth. They had no way of cultivating the earth, or of making cloth, or of building a shelter. They seemed to be completely incapable to cope with the simplest problems. In Lisa's hand, Mawu put the sword that could cut. Mawu had held this sword like a wand when she had created the universe. She told Lisa to go to Earth and clear the forests and show human beings the use of the metal, so that they might also fashion tools which would enable them to obtain food, to cover their bodies, and to make shelters. Lisa came to Earth with Gu, the god of metal and of war. He cut down the trees, taught men how to make shelters, and instructed them how to dig the ground. He gave them Mawu's message, saying that without metal, man cannot survive. Lisa re-established the world, then reascended to the sky and returned the sword to Mawu. For a reward, Mawu gave Lisa the sun as his dominion, since from that place he could watch over the universe. Until now, the rainbow serpent continues to hold the earth up from toppling. It is, however, said that one day he will get so hungry that he will begin to swallow his own tail, and on that day, the entire world will be destroyed. The Ewe people are an ethnic group found in the western part of Africa. The largest population of Ewe people can be found in Ghana, with other groups also found in Togo and Benin. For the Ewe people of Ghana, God is neither male nor female. Although the pronoun of he is often used now, in the traditional Ewe imagining, God is a dual entity made up of two parts or forces, the female counterpart known as Mawu and the male Lisa. The Ewe creation stories, along with its pantheon of deities, can be quite confusing at times. For example, at times the primary Ewe gods, Mawu and Lisa, are separate, but at times also a singular entity. They can be lovers who rule the world together, and in other retellings, they are siblings. Even more so, in some tellings, Mawu is the principal god, whilst Lisa is her son, who she sends to earth to correct things or enact her judgments instead of her husband or her brother. But there you go, a short but hopefully sweet retelling of the Ewe creation story. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you are an Ewe yourself, then why don't you share some other retellings of this story that you heard whilst growing up?